First of all, let's talk about what your reaction is to this. Certainly not a surprise because everybody knew Kareem Hunt was going to be suspended. 8 games might be a little bit less than some thought.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that was on the radar for John Dorsey and the company there when they decided to bring in Kareem Hunt. It's a difficult situation. Obviously, Kareem made a massive mistake as a human being. It's not my place here or there to condemn him as a human and say he doesn't deserve a second chance in life. There's going to be a myriad of opinions on the whole topic. And, unfortunately, our opinions mean relatively nothing other than watching the football player on the field. So he's going to be a part of things. He's going to be in the fold. I think the Browns were planning on him missing 8 to 10 games as a sort of average for where it could have possibly ended up. So it's about where they expected. I don't think it changes their plans on whether they're shopping other running backs. I know we're going to talk about Duke Johnson at some point, but it's about par for the course for what I expected. It's about par for the course what I would imagine the Browns expected too, and they'll get him back for the last half of 2019 pretty fresh with an understanding of how the Browns franchise will work, how the offense will work, and all the above.
So that suspension takes place. It goes into effect when the final roster reduction is made August 31st. Kareem Hunt will become eligible, as you mentioned, second half. So game 9, he becomes eligible. And you get a fresh and healthy running back second half of the season who's been an all-pro.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fantastic football player. We saw firsthand when he arrived in Cleveland with Kansas City and was probably the best player on the field that day. So there's no denying the fact that he can play the game. There's really no denying based on his rookie year and this part of his second year that he's a top 5 back in the NFL. Now, that Kansas City offense is built to flourish, and he's built with that skill set to flourish there too. But there's no doubt in my mind that if he comes here, he's given some opportunity. He's going to find success with Baker Mayfield and now, the weapons on the outside and David Njoku at tight end. The Browns have almost a laughable stock of weapons. If you would have told us last year before the Hunt expansion that somehow the 2019 Browns would end up with Kareem Hunt and Odell Beckham, I think you'd probably laugh us out of the room at that point. So it's a good situation to be in for an offense that's going to need to put up a plethora of points. And just from the player on the field, I condemn Kareem for making the right decision and not challenging that suspension, upholding his end, doing all of the player reform, person reform stuff. Because, bettering yourself as a person in that situation is obviously what's important. So he's doing the right thing by not challenging that suspension. The Browns are giving him help. The NFL is giving him help. So hopefully when he gets a second chance, he'll maximize that by making the most on the field and off the field too.